Welcome in, guys. My name is Yao A. Owusu Jr., your resident vitality consultant. We are back for season 3 of the Vitality Handbook. As always, we have Nicholas Lopez Jr., Andre Bibbins Jr., and together, I already said it, we're the Vitality Handbook. We're coming a little bit different. I know I always say this, but you see where we're at. It's all about partnerships. That's the theme for these 5 pillars. Season 3 is all about partnership. Now, the topic for today, as we go in order, our 3rd pillar, which is nutrition. Now, what I want to focus on in nutrition is the partnership aspect of nutrition, but can you stay disciplined if you're in SOS mode, right? If you're in stress mode, right? How do you program for that? When it's all good, we eat your meals, you pack your meals, everyone's packed in a little 6-pack, everything's all secure. But when a monkey wrench is thrown into your actual, now I got to take care of family. Now, are you the leader of your family? Now, I got to make sure my people are risen up. What am I doing this for? Only for myself and for my community. You want that partnership. And to do so, you want to have somebody you can be interdependent with. I'm an independent asset. Nick is an independent asset. Dre's an independent asset. We come together and we form a partnership of PVS, Peak Vitality Solutions, and Prolific Creators. Now, enough of that. Partnership today that we want to talk about is our partners, Prima Kitchen. Big ups to Prima Kitchen in Harlem, 116th. You got to go see my boy Alice and Idris. They are the best in the business. And we partner with them, Eat Right for Your Body Type. That's coming soon. That is our nutritional product, first of its kind by Mr. Andre Bibbins Jr. It's dope. It's dope. Yesterday's price is not today's price. Just to let you know, guys, it's dope. Watch out for that coming. Nicholas Lopez Jr., I'm going to you first, sir. When we're talking about partnership, and this is a rhetorical question, I know the answer to it. When we're talking about partnerships, how important is it to partner with someone, especially when we're talking about nutrition? How important is it to stay disciplined, to have someone hold you accountable? It's all about having a coach, that's a partnership.
Sure.
Having a husband and wife, that's a partnership. Having a child, that is a partnership. Now, you're in charge, you're the leader. If that's the role you pick, and everyone has to pick their own roles. So now how can we stay disciplined in your role? Are you making the food? Are you getting the groceries? Are you coming up with the plan? Are you leading this thing? Because we all have our own families, right? If you're a woman, you're the leader in a certain aspect. If you're a man, you're a leader in a certain aspect. If you're a business partner, you're a partner, and what are your titles? Everyone has roles. There's no roles to this. It's going to be hard to have a successful partnership. So what I'm asking to you, is it important to win your partnership to having roles, those roles being identified, your strengths, your weaknesses? Like what is an importance to that? Because I know you have a whole ASP coaching thing. That's the one you're going to talk about, adaptive wellness. I don't know. I don't know what you're going to talk about, but I know where you can't go. So let us know what your thoughts are.
Well, I feel like that was a pretty broad question, but I would highlight, how we focus on wellness partnership.
Right.
And so what does that mean? Basically, it's unrealistic to think about delivering any type of nutrition advice or personalization or suggestions without getting perspective on the other person's life.
Right.
That person could be, from a coach's perspective, that could be obviously all the different lives that you deal with.
Right.
You're dealing with, 20 different lives.
Right.
Right. Or 30 different lives or 40 different, depends.
Employees.
It depends.
We got employees now, that's more.
On the individual side, for let's say being the best human you can.
I like that.
I think it's important to still have that wellness partnership, but it goes beyond the sensationalized aspects of nutrition. For example, most people think nutrition is, a lot of the initial consults I have after the nutrition consult or during the nutrition consult, they're like, okay, so what type of protein should I take? What type of protein powder, right? And I'm not going to go into what the answer is, depending on the question, but really, that's not really what the first thing should be focused on when it comes to wellness partnership on nutrition. I'm talking about for the theme of improving your life or improving other people's life. You want to really ask or be aware of other more esoteric or abstract things like, what is the food culture at home? What is the food culture at the crib? What is the food culture at work? Is there no food culture? And I like
the food culture at work.
Oh yeah.
So I'm saying, I'm speaking about that, trying to be respectful to the other person's perspective.
Mm-hmm.
And then, recently I was like, wait a minute. Technically, America doesn't really have a food culture.
No, they culture vultures. We don't talk about that.
No.
Culture vultures.
America doesn't really have a food
Pizza
culture.
is not coming from America.
Well, no,
French
America
fries.
does have food culture.
It's a combination of all cultures. That's what America is.
America does have food culture, but I think that you're thinking from the perspective of New York. Of New York City. New York City really don't have because there's so many
different cultures.
So many different cultures.
Right.
So it's not like you go to that city and it's like, this is the food culture.
Yeah.
It's 100
different cultures. So you can get whatever you want.
You can get whatever you want.
You can be healthy as you want in New York City.
Yeah.
You can be as healthy as you want.
So, okay, so then based on what you said, that was perfect. Thank you. I would say you're right. There's never not a culture. You're right. There's 100 different cultures. Yeah. And what Yao said, you get what you want. But so then do you want a partnership about getting what you want or getting what you need? Period. So when it comes to a wellness partnership, I think this is the difference between vitality. Not that they're not in here. I think another question for Dre. But when it comes to vitality, the partnerships are about making sure you're getting what you need. Yeah. That's why we use the word vitality, because wellness sometimes is just getting what you want. And honestly, that's the trigger. that's the trigger. Yeah, someone just walked in, I was like, listen, sometimes it's I'm growing emotionally. Okay, I'm about to hit 30, but sometimes it's like what you're saying you want in a partnership is really, you can't just have a partnership on what each other want. You have to talk about the nitty gritty truth, the ugly truth of, no, this is what you need.
You got to talk about goals. That's what it's about. Like if someone's nutrition is messed up.
But what's the difference between needs and goals?
Needs.
No. Goals are needs analysis data. So we have a
partnership
question
on goals.
We have a questionnaire that we send out to all of our clients, especially our nutritional consultant clients. So they fill it out. So we know exactly what their needs are. And we put in there what their wants are, because we're saying, are you willing? So this is something that you want to do. So we see needs and wants, and then we put you into a category that best fits you, and that's where that personalization is coming in.
So the summary of that long-winded explanation, Yao, is basically what is necessary in a wellness partnership, or what is necessary in a partnership, is being transparent and intentional with not only wants, but also the needs.
Period. 100%. I believe that it has to start from the needs first as the foundation. What do you need first to be a fully functional human being? Not catching the cold every winter, not having crazy allergies every spring and summer, not being able to stay hydrated through the summer so you're in constant depression. Oh, I hate the sun, I hate the sun. The sun gives you life. If you are depressed in the summertime, that's something wrong with you.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with the summer. We are organic creatures. Plant life doesn't come to life really unless the sun, photosynthesis. Come on, I don't want to have to go nerd on you. I said I was going to stay in wizard mode all season 3, but if you guys want me to go nerd on you, we'll get nerd on you. You need the sun as a human being to survive. You need vitamin D. That is the most natural way you can get in the summer. Be outside. You got to be outside. And you got to eat food that matches with the sun. And that's what we're talking about today. How do we eat food to match with the sun when we're in stressful situations? That's the topic. We're in stressful situations with nutrition. How do we combat that? One, you said that we have a consultation with the person. We sit down, we get data, and we make a program personalized for you. Dre, what do you say if someone comes to you and they're like, hey, I want this goal. And you know good and well what it's going to take to get that goal. If they're being resistant to you, and I'm stressed, you don't understand, I'm stressed, and my kid wants McDonald's, you don't understand. In our culture, we eat this, we eat fried this, fried tomatoes, fried Twinkies, fried everything. That's our culture. Well, what is your goal? You want to get here? What is the first advice you give someone like that that's so far gone, which is a lot of people, unfortunately, in our community? Someone comes in and asks for nutritional advice. What is the overall thing? Like, yo, first things first, we got to do this. Don't worry about nothing else because you're not doing this, and this is the first step. What is that first step for you?
The first step, I'm going to ask them, I'm going to ask them what are they taking in the morning?
Woo!
That's the first step.
Yes.
When you wake up,
Yes.
what are you taking in the morning? Oh, I'm eating a bacon, egg, and cheese sandwich. All right, well, you're not going to get what you want.
Sure.
Unless what you want is to be fat, let's just say it.
Either or, choose
That's
between
what-
the two.
yes.
Just choose which one you want to be, right? Show me the body type you want,
That's it.
right? Show me the celebrity that you want to look
Yeah,
like. Show
yeah.
me. Okay, and I'll show you what you need to do to get that. Speaking of celebrities, when people come in and they say, well, I want to look like this person. Did you see this person or that person? Once again, and they got it in this amount of weeks, right? Once again, they're getting paid millions of dollars to get that in that amount of weeks. So there's no comparison.
No comparison.
Number one, right? They get to sleep in. They get their 8 hours of sleep, right? They have a chef, right? So they don't have to wake up in the morning and have to make their own food. They have someone coming in there and doing it for them, right? They're hiring these type of people. So let's make sure we have realistic goals, right? So don't look at something that says 6 weeks. It could be bull crap. Your 6 weeks is 12 weeks. So their 6 weeks is your 12 weeks, right?
How much they're going to put in.
How much you actually going to put in. But I know I wanted to kind of get that.
No, but that's the answer.
But
that's the answer.
okay.
The first thing you said was first thing in the morning.
First thing in the morning,
What are you
that's
eating
what.
First thing in the morning.
Exactly. First thing in the
That's the first
morning.
thing you're going to ask them.
Right? And like Nick said, what's the food culture at work? And this is a big problem when people asking for unrealistic goals, right? It's like, can you have the discipline? So what if your coworkers are eating this or saying,
We're gonna
peer
Fridays.
pressure?
We're going out for a beer. We're going out for
No,
drinks.
not even that. Peer pressure inside the workplace. Okay, they serve these type of foods at our workplace. Okay, they serve that type of food at your workplace. You have the control to meal prep your own meals and bring your meals to the workplace. You have control. You know what I'm saying? Now, okay.
If they don't want to do that, then what would be their option?
Nah.
So what time are you having your, I don't want to say that. I would say, okay, now what are you eating for lunch? Oh, I go to this buffet place or restaurant or whatever. And most of the time, these people aren't going to be 100% truthful, right? Because if you were truthful and you were honest and we will see results every week. If you're coming in 4 times a week, 3 times a week and training hard, right? Program customized for you, but you're still training hard no matter what at that level 1, level 2, level 3,
Right.
You're still training hard for that level, right?
Right.
Until you progress and get to those levels. But if you're coming in and you're still not dropping weight, we can see as coaches, we can see if you've really been doing your RHM. We can see if we told you to, eat. I know we're going exercise.
Right,
I'm just speaking
yeah.
from a coach's lens, right?
Right.
And to just to kind of wrap it up, I would say just be realistic, be truthful, hold yourself accountable. Don't fall for the peer pressure, right? Look at the people that's peer pressuring you. Look at them. How do you want to look? You want to look like that, or you want to look like your goal? That's how I'm gonna wrap it up like that.
100%. Yeah. Yeah, 100%. I mean, so Dre's hitting them with, what are your goals? What do you want? Right? Nick's saying, what do you want? What do you need? I'm saying we need all of it. We need to figure out where you see yourself in a year. Where do you see yourself in 5 years?
The long term.
Do you not have that vision? Then you definitely need a coach that's going to help unlock your true potential so you can see where you want to go. Be the best that you can be, and then you can decide then with a different type of lens. Right now, it's foggy lens. Right now, you're eating whatever you want to eat, right? Whatever you eat in private, you wear in public, period, no matter what.
Mm-hmm.
You can't say, I'm doing everything and look how you look. Impossible.
Yep.
Impossible,
Yep.
okay? That's not how it works. That's not how the human body is engineered. We're bioengineers, whether you like it or not. That's what we do. We manipulate your biology and your chemistry through nutrition to help give you the body that you say you want to need.
You know what? I know y'all gonna. This is perfect setup. And the first thing we're gonna look at is, right, ectomorph, mesomorph, or endomorph, right? And we're gonna program and suggest, right? Program suggest what they need. Like, okay, you need to be focus on dropping more weight than anything, right? And then their goals might be, well, I want to put on some muscle. I want to put on some size. Okay, well, you're going to eat, you're ectomorph, you're going to eat more carbohydrates. Obviously, protein is key to building muscle. We know that stuff, right? And then you're going to, you have to balance out your fats, right? So if you're endomorph, you'll have higher fats, lower carbohydrates. Protein is, you can kind of play with the protein.
Sounds like Dre knows
I would say the fats and the carbohydrates is the most important thing that you need to tweak. The protein is, you could kind of play around with that. But I would say the fats and the carbohydrates.
It could be more stable.
Yeah.
There's going to be a bigger jump in carbohydrates when you go from an ectomorph to an endomorph.
Yeah, so either up or down. It all depends on your body type and what your goal is and what you're trying to get. And like you said, manipulating all those things like that.
All of these terms, and Dre spinning out the science and facts, but everybody is different. Everyone is tall, short, more to love, skinny, athletic, whatever you characterize yourself, there is a nutrition template for you. That's all we're saying. You don't have to understand everything we say. We have a digital solutions, Eat Right for Your Body Type, coming soon that will teach you all of that. So if you want to learn more information, we have something for you. If you want a coach, we have something for you. But our job is not here to sell you anything. We're sharing information. We want to make sure you go through all the fog of different nutritional templates and different nutritional, eat one cucumber and Atkins diet and all these other diets. They weren't made specifically for you. It was made for somebody else to get a certain task. Maybe they're diabetic, so they need to have keto.
Yeah.
Maybe this person's fats are off, so they have to go through the Atkins diet. Or this person was getting too many carbohydrates. But maybe that's not you, that's not your body type. You have to learn who you are and what you want. Then a professional will help consult you and manage a plan that's made for you. And that's what we're talking about, the partnership. If we become partners, whether it's a coach, consultant, whether it's a corporation, we're partners. You take that information with your partner at home and you guys become partners. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. So that advice is, how do you now eat if you have a husband that eats different from you? Or if you have a wife that eats different from you? If you have children, right? Who's going to be leading that fact of nutrition? Somebody has to be the leader. Is it going to be you as a man, you as a woman? One of you guys have to figure that out. Once you figure that out, that person stays in that role and we go on to be a happy family. We just need to make sure we have that connection of who's bringing that information and the person that really, really wants to shape and control their family to better heights. That's what you want to focus on as far as who we partner with, right?
Yeah.
And that's how it works.
Yeah, that was a lot of info. I think the overall theme is food culture, personalization, but part of the mission, or in addition to that, part of the mission of the podcast is to increase awareness. I want to zoom in a little bit more and talk about, Dre said something that I'm going to flip into asking you, but Dre was basically like, if someone has a goal or sees someone like a celebrity do something in 6 weeks and they want to repeat that or they want to be able to take that on. And Dre was like, well, they really need 12 weeks. What I heard there is like general population normally is given more room for error. Whereas, for example, and I'm going to give a more specific example, I'm going to ask Yao to share, his recent experience getting a celebrity ready to be on stage with an elite body composition. Whereas, and the difference there is like, this person does not have any room for error. And most people don't have that motivation to be like, I don't have, I actually do have room for error. So, so it's that conflicting aspect. It's an emotion that everybody should be aware of. Basically, if you follow in the program, you have to ask yourself, do you have room for error? Are you allowing yourself room for error? Most people are going to be like, nah, I don't want to be that strict.
And so, most people,
that's discipline. Man.
That's fire. That was fire. And most people, they really don't have room for error because where they're starting from.
That's what I'm saying. So I'm gonna flip that into
but that's hard.
Part of the awareness, some of the initial conversations we had in the introduction was talking about SOS.
100%.
Okay, and it's important for our audience, everybody, to be aware of how we adjust for ideal and how we adjust for SOS. So can you?
I'll give a very quick example. That's a great question. Dre saying celebrities. Nick wanted to go into detail. Usually, you guys know me. I keep everything private, but we have a client, great guy, Jesse. He's a Broadway show. You guys should see that. It's nominated for a Tony Award. This is his first time on Broadway, period. He went from, you might know him, a TV actor, Grey's Anatomy. Jesse's the green eyes, light skinned guy, okay. But he was more like a pretty boy. We changed his body. He put in the work. We've been working since the beginning of 2020 when it was supposed to come out, working through virtual, shooting in Atlanta, shooting in LA. He's still working through virtual. Do you have that discipline? This is what we talked about. It's different levels. Do you have that room for error? He does not, because he has a goal to get on Broadway, change his body from being an ectomorph to a beefcake, muscle. We did that within a month, and we had another 30 days transform his body again. This will all come to you, I promise. We will show the stuff, but we're going to do it our way. Just stay tuned. Now, from that, he had the discipline. His food, I controlled that. His sleep, I can't really control that, so it had to pivot. He's been working tirelessly, 2 shows on Wednesdays, 2 shows on Saturday, not getting his sleep in, so his sleep has failed, his pillar's gone down, his recovery's gone down, and then we came into a little thing. But we had to now break free of that, get back to it, and we're back on track. Because he's in an SOS situation, we're going to have to curtail his nutrition a little bit. We're going to need more recovery, more supplementation, because he's not getting the foods that he needs because he's not out in the sun. He's not having enough rest. So now we have to feed him nutrients that will help elicit rest while he's awake, that will help elicit rest while you're awake, meaning rest, helping your tendons through nutrition, helping your ligaments through nutrition, helping your joints through hydration. Very basic things to just keep you as a functional person. That's how we got him out. So in your SOS situation, when your food is not ideal, what you need to do is you make a pivot, you make an adaptation, be an intelligent creature, or hire someone that is one, like what we do here at PBS and PC. And that's what we did. So we got him out of that right in time, got nominated for a Tony Award. I know he's going to get it, but that's the type of partnership that we did through nutrition with him. He partnered with us. We managed him through nutrition, through his time and his need where injury came up and we had to fix him. He started with an ankle, busted. He couldn't even put any weight on it. We did training for about a month in his recovery. We went through our program, RHM program. Check that out on our website. And after he's done that, we healed up. Then we had to go into our hard training. And our hard training was in the midst where he was already supposed to be in shape. So we had to go through hard training, hard nutrition. We had to do that for a whole month. We did that so we were ready for a stressful situation like this that just happened.
But what specifically, because you're saying,
I want you to give the details.
You have to give it all away.
Okay.
I'll say you're using words like hard nutrition, right, or nutrition that helps recovery.
Right.
What's one specific, maybe in each?
So one specific will be his supplementation. Even though his nutrition sometimes will forget a meal, or he gets off of filming at 10 p.m. He filmed from 2 p.m. all the way to 10 p.m. because he has 2 shows on Wednesdays. How's he going to eat? So now what we do is we up his fats a little bit so it can sustain him a little bit longer.
So this advanced stuff. This personalized. Remember, this is
personalized.
This is personalized.
It's not so you can stay
this is for this person.
A little bit longer. And because you say you want the details, so specifically that's one thing we did, and we made sure his supplementation was on point. So we have this thing called vegetable fruit concentrate juice plus. We have some things at Thorne that we also use as well. We have different partnerships again through nutrition. Stay on theme. Partnerships with nutrition. That's all of our partnerships, and you are privy to that as you are one of our clientele or in our community. You don't have to hire us. Just subscribe, share, comment, like, so you can get into the realm of what we're talking about.
So that's recovery nutrition, but what do you mean by hard nutrition? You said you got to get...
Well, hard nutrition was before we had this SOS situation. So I knew this was coming. I knew that the theater was going to be crazy. He's never done it. It's crazy. I was trained theater actor, so I knew what was coming. I told him, I said, if we don't do this, this is going to happen. And it didn't happen because we didn't do it. So that's why people call me wizard. It's not. It's just science. The wizardry is just science. Okay, there's no wizards or wizards. Scientists, right? So people that try things, trial and error. And after I did it for a long time, I knew the formula for him.
What do you mean by hard nutrition?
Hard nutrition is sticking to a discipline, like we said in the beginning when you said discipline.
1,000%.
You wake up in the morning, you drink this. Right after you drink this 30 minutes, you have this supplement.
Straight.
Right after you do that, you have your oatmeal, your smoothie. Right after you have your smoothie, you come in and work out. As soon as you come in and work out, he has his oatmeal mix for him. Sometimes he goes downstairs to his basement and mixes oatmeal. If not, he has his oatmeal ready for him at the theater. When he gets it, you eat again. As soon as you're done with that, you do your rehearsal, you go back to you eat again. After you do that, you do the show, then you eat again. After you stretch, you do another show, then you eat again before you sleep. Then you wake up and do it again. Now, he's been doing that for 2.5 months. Do you have the discipline? It's a different story.
So that's a great point, man.
It's a different story.
So I appreciate you sharing that. I would say my jam is going to be choose whether you want easy, medium, or hard nutrition.
How you gonna play the game?
Because just choose which one, because what you choose is gonna we can see what you choose.
We call it levels. We call level 1 awareness, level 2
we call it level.
Yeah, level
that's
1,
for another.
level 2,
That's
level
for
3.
another thing. That's for another topic. But we could tell what you've chosen.
Yeah.
Facts.
If you want easy, we could tell what you've chosen.
Easy street.
We could tell what you've chosen, but we're going to give you that option.
In private, you wear in public. Keep on saying
But choose, we choose because
wisely.
wellness partnership. I'm giving the option to choose. Do you want easy, medium, or hard nutrition?
And it ain't nothing wrong with that. If you want to do easy, this is your starting point. That's what you're starting at.
The level
Yeah, that's
one.
what you're saying.
Don't let people shame you like, oh, all you're doing is you're just taking out dairy, but you need to do this and this. Listen, this is all I want to start with. All you doing is just drinking water in the morning.
At least they have structure.
Drink water in the morning.
At least they have structure.
Don't let people. That's discipline.
At least they have structure.
That is discipline. Okay, that's all it is.
We have to start from somewhere.
You got to start from somewhere. So perfect. We've already kind of went into this. Now we leave you guys with a gem, right? We already know from season 1 to season 2. We're gonna hit them with that. Listen carefully. Turn your sound up. Nicholas is going first. Dre is going second, and then of course, boy's gonna wrap it up. All right, Nicholas. Gem time. We know what time it is. No gem. Let's go.
I think he
Give it
said
to
it.
him.
You said
I kind of said mine.
Yeah, you did. You did.
I would
you want
say
to talk more.
choose a level at what you want to. Choose a level you want to play at.
Yeah.
Simple as that. Choose a level you want to play at, and just know the level you choose, everybody's gonna be able to see.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll help you define what those levels are. That's all I'm gonna say.
100%. Mr. Dre.
I'm gonna just keep it simple. Number one, if you have a coach, please listen to your coach. Stop listening to the magazines. Stop listening to all these. I don't want to go that hard, but
Nah, go.
stop listening to these
Fake gurus,
celebrities,
fake gurus, just say it. Fake gurus.
fake whatever. So please stop believing false
Advertising.
articles.
I mean, it is false advertising.
False advertisements, false advertisements, false articles. But, I would say if you have a coach, listen to your coach, stick to the plan. If your coach is telling you, eat this at night, eat that at night. Cut this out at night, cut it out at night. Drink this in the morning, eat this in the morning. Do what they say. Have a smoothie. If he's telling you cut the meal out and replace the meal with a smoothie, do that. If he's telling you to eat more meals, eat more meals. Find someone like, athlete could be a rower, a swimmer, a bodybuilder, a powerlifter, someone that looks, like y'all say episode, find your hero in the form of nutrition-wise and what you want to look like.
You want to emulate an archetype of someone that is a hero, right? Someone that you can look up to, nutritional-wise, someone that got it together, someone that made it out the mud, if that's what you're looking for, someone that didn't have that much opportunity, if that's something you're looking for, whatever that's going to help you stay focused and stay disciplined. A lot of people look at The Rock and they're motivated by him. A lot of people look at Kevin Hart and they're motivated by him. I'm not here to judge and see who your role models are, right? But you got to pick someone and then be happy with that because that's who you picked, right? So like you said, you got to choose, but you got to choose wisely. Are you there to educate yourself, to find out more about yourself, how to eat specifically for you? Do you really want to understand what it takes to eat specifically for you? And this is my end. This is my gem. Ask yourself, do you really want to be aware of exactly what your body needs to be the best person that you could possibly be? If your answer is yes, then you've come to the right place. If your answer is no, you still come to the right place because you still need this work. You have to understand, get it through your skull. You need to eat for yourself. Don't follow other trends that weren't made for you. That's the gem. Eat for yourself, period. Find out who you are, what you want, that archetype, that hero, and stay disciplined with that. That's it.
Facts. Create a good pattern, a good habit. Create a good pattern, create a good habit, make healthy choices. I'm gonna leave it at that. I got so much stuff that I want to say.
Yeah, I mean, but we understand the gist of it. I love the fact that you said, listen to your coach, and that coach that you pick is basically your hero. A lot of people's coaches, they really want to be with you. As a coach, you got to understand. They look up to you, right? And you have the bigger responsibility sometimes than a spiritual healer, sometimes as a husband or wife, sometimes at a business partner. You have more authority. You don't understand. And with that power, it needs to be respected. I'm talking to the coaches out here. For the general population, we already told you what that is. For the coaches that are watching us, you need to make sure I'm talking directly to you. Be a professional. Be a professional. You have these people's money that you're taking away from them. We take money, but we bring transformation. And we're not boasting. We're just saying PVA, Peak Vitality Academy is out there. Come down to Gramercy in New York City, and we teach. We work together. We partner. Up your game. Yeah, COVID knocked us off our butt, but we made it through there. And you can too. Period.
Yes, sir.
I am Yao A. Owusu Jr., your resident vitality consultant, Nicholas Lopez Jr., Andre the Alien Bibbers Jr. Together we are the Vitality Handbook, and we'll be back for the next episode. Recoveries coming up.